A live look at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Kansas State Wildcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Chris Davis. Let's go down to Holly Road with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So West Virginia's offense to go on the attack first. And we get a look at Usman Kroma. He scored 4 times in their last game, just under 100 yards in the W. Run inside. It's Jones. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this week.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Now on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Jones. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Just going to keep it after the snap. Turning it on. Past the 6. At the 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You've got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg. On the move from inside his 5. The Wildcats offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. The kick is on its way. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeps it himself. He'll pitch it. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Throwing, Williams. Moving to his left. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He'll try to do it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. 4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. On the move. Could be an alley. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, it's Chroma. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Just feeds the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Push is ahead. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on fourth down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Running the red zone. It's Jones. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. There's some room. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. The Mountaineers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, West Virginia.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hold, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying to squeak through the pile. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Kansas State will have to punt it away.
Number 8 on to kick it away.
Trying to take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. Hits inside, it's Jones. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Sets his feet. It's Hawkins. They're all over him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. A designed run for the quarterback. Keeps it himself and gets the first. He's loose. And he scores! Touchdown, Mountaineers!
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. Scanning the field, it's Hill. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense. They're in a 3-4 alignment, and you're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout taken here, second one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Here we go. Ready.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for it all. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team.
Number 8 in punt formation to kick it away.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? A run for the quarterback. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 40. The 20. To the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
West Virginia.
Yeah,
dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Finds a crease. It's Fields. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 6 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Sooners, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Now back to your game at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Mountaineers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, coming out of the locker room, the Wildcats head coach told me his message to the team was one of resilience. Guys, they are down big right now, but he believes his team has what it takes to come back. They've shown they can do it different times this season, and he said this is no different. We are a team that never quits, but I need to see that fire and that urgency starting right now on this drive to start the third quarter.
All right, Holly. And he gets it out past the sticks. It'll be first down for Kansas State. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Hits the hole. It's Fields. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's Hill. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Thompson. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And there's no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4.
35, Kansas State, 0.
And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Rushes on. Left side, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And the Wildcats come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. He'll do it himself. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Quick give. It's Fields. Turning it on. They get it at the 14. Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Move to his right. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They'll go with the direct snap. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
Set to kick this one away.
Coming out with it, it's Boone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. West Virginia starts this drive and the offense looks ready to go. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run him again. There he goes. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Straight ahead, it's Thompson. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get a...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sees some running room. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house.
Kansas State, 3.
Deep in the end zone, it's Combs. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Kansas State sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Mountaineers. What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score. And that might be a dagger. They've pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle.
West Virginia, 49. Kansas State, 3.
He'll bring it out. It's Combs. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Sells to run, looking to pass. Rush right in his face, and he gets rid of it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Duff. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. Hunt is on its way. Making his first move. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Guys, I'm here on the Mountaineers sideline. The guys on the sideline are really talking about what's at stake right now. We know these 2 top 15 teams have an opportunity to get...
Gets away from one, finds room. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Combs. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.